Hello, welcome everybody. Uh, we are getting ready for our first game of the evening. Tonight we're watching Anna, also, what's it named? Trouben Sie hier voor Ere?
Raubenzieher für Ehre.
Way better. Who's gonna take on SBS? Yeah, I think these teams will be fairly evenly matched, and I'm looking forward to see what they will bring to the table.
We might need a new link actually because the one I have is not.
I put the new link in the
Oh,
general.
yes, I found it.
And already we're seeing a Xerath ban. And with the next two bans, we can see they don't want to play with a Yasuo in their game, even though we saw Yasuo inting earlier, not hitting that 0-10 spike. And wow, what a beautiful overlay. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be a fairly even match between these two teams. We have Anna, who's a full bronze team, which I'm really happy about, that they found a place where they can play with all 5 players. And given the fact that they know each other well and played a long time together for a long time, I'm confident that their cohesion will help them secure the victory. We start off with an Ornn first pick.
Ornn is a very solid pick, but if the enemy team decides to just put on a lot of tank melt, he's just gonna be not having a lot of fun.
The Ornn is a solid pick indeed. It tells us that they're probably gonna want to team fight and focus on that. And Fiora picking it
as well. Yeah.
right into it, saying you want a team fight, we want a split push.
Yeah, but it depends in the lane itself. I think a good Fiora will do some damage onto an Ornn. It's not an easy matchup.
No, for sure not. And I think like I said, the reason they want to pick the Fiora, it's all about the split pushing, the pressuring the side lanes. And I'm curious to see how they utilize this pick. And then we see another Maokai. Oh.
Maybe on AP? Is he not nerfed yet?
Yes, he got nerfed. Apparently he's still super strong in the support role. But I think in general, Maokai in a team fight in a team game where you have communication, the vision the saplings provide is gonna be of a really high quality.
I mean, especially if the enemy team picks a lot of team fight champions like Ornn and Seraphine, Maokai is actually a very great peeling tool with his ult and his saplings, so I'm excited to see where this goes. And he could also just be a classical tank Maokai. He doesn't have to go AP now.
Oh, and do you think they could play Akshan in the bot lane? Have you ever seen an Akshan in the bot lane?
Please don't. He doesn't have the range for that.
Ah, that's why.
Yes, that's also the exact same reason why I don't see a Quinn in bot lane often, especially because she kind of has, and with the same with Akshan actually, they both have like this engagey peely kit, which is good in 1v1s, but it's not as good with enemies present.
Okay. Well,
a good ban.
going into indeed the Spence. Yeah. So, by the way, tonight I'm gonna be hosting these games together with Meister Fluffy. That's
Hello.
our caster of yesterday and the mid laner for placeholder, and as well for the first time joining us here is JDX. Welcome, JDX.
Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm hyped for today. I'm hoping to see some good games.
Have you followed it a bit, the Sunday Cup?
Well, sadly I didn't have the time yet, but I tuned in earlier for a bit and the teamfights I did see were amazing, so I hope these two teams deliver us the same, experience.
Yeah, okay. In the meantime, we did get some extra picks. They went with a Sivir for the wave clear. Sivir into Jinx. Jinx Lulu in the bot lane. What do you think about that? Jinx Lulu into Lux Sivir. Meister Fluffy.
I do think it's a solid pick. I've played a lot of Jinx in my time, so I always like to see a Lulu. I think Lulu is only bad with like champions like Jhin that do not utilize her E that perfectly, but Lulu is just one of the perfect peel enchanter supports there is, and Jinx needs a lot of peel. She needs a dependable support. So this is a very fine. And by the way, that is a Lux mid lane, not a Lux bot lane. We do have a Seraphine Lux in mid lane, and I am quite happy with this roster actually. The left team went for a lot of engage, while the right team basically only went for peel.
Yeah, both teams are. I kind of have a good rounded out comp. Although I do not see who is going to be the jungler on the left side.
Akshan probably.
That's an Akshan jungle? I've never seen this before.
Or it might be an orange jungle. Yes. Which is very interesting. New overlay, yes, and it is thanks to Janice or Jardix, which is your JDX.
I'm good with either. People call me all kind of names.
Perfect.
Ooh, all kind of names.
I don't say that, or else you'll be cup or coffee.
I mean...
Oh. Okay.
They are not always only positive, you know? They are not only positive names.
I mean, coffee is quite delicious. I wouldn't mind to be called that.
Personally, I don't drink it, but I can agree.
I mean, I only drink it like to be where it's at the point where it's not coffee anymore, it's just sugar. So it might be a lie if I say I like coffee. I prefer tea.
I did try with syrup once, but it got really, really weird.
Well, I mean, iced coffee, coffee with like half milk, very tasty.
Well, I could use a coffee because I gotta say, like, I've been casting the last games, like every game this weekend, and I did not know that it was this exhausting. Casting, I mean, I've found a new form of respect for all these amazing casters that perform every weekend. I've had my plate full.
Yeah, I mean, watching it, you wouldn't expect that, like, talking is actually gonna make you sweat if you keep doing it for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. But when you get into it, it can be really, really tough.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
I mean, especially because you gotta be concentrated on what's happening and on the chat as well. If you do, talk with the chat people. So, I mean, I've streamed before, so I kind of knew what I was getting into, but it is not easy to handle, and especially if you go for a long time. So I totally understand you feeling spent, but this is why we are here together, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's exactly why I'm happy that we went for a best of 3 format and not a best of 5. Anyway, talking about chat, welcome everyone. Who do you guys think will win this game, based on the draft? Are you going for CBS or for Anna? By the way, just to be clear, the left side is CBS and the right side is Anna.
You can
Or
see
not.
it in their
Isn't
names
it?
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ooh, we got some Anna fans in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Anna. I'm never gonna try to pronounce the team name ever again.
We will take over for that, don't worry.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Germans are used to getting butchered in English, so don't worry.
Does it mean anything, by the way, their name?
Yeah, it does. It's screwdriver in honor. Or honor the screwdriver. Or in honor of
No,
the
it's
screwdriver. That's the
isn't it
better one.
for?
No, it's in honor. You don't say for honor in English.
Okay, so
Wait.
apparently this
Okay.
team has a love for screwdrivers. Hopefully they will be able to screw the loose ends together and
Ha!
come up with a win this game.
Oh, I hate that.
I tried.
Flat jokes. Who doesn't love it?
Oh yeah, there came in chat came a great spelling of this word, Schraubenzieher. I like that.
No, we have the spectator book.
What's
I have
Oh,
it at
no.
least.
I do hope that JDK has one of them added as a friend, not like me.
Well, I'm in game though.
You're in game?
Yeah.
Do you see the game?
Yeah, I'm just currently waiting for it to load.
Oh yeah, that's the bug. It doesn't move anything. We
No,
tried
it
that
takes some
yesterday.
time. No,
Okay.
Oh, we waited yesterday for like 5 minutes. Nothing happened.
there we go.
What?
Yeah.
You cheater. It's
No,
not
you
working
just
with
have
us.
to click a bit on the timeline and then it works.
Oh my
Ah.
god!
Yeah.
Thank you, you wizard.
La la la
Yeah,
la la.
I'm the wizard. All right, let's go over
I knew
to the
that.
game screen.
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that as well. By the way, you have not switched your.
I did. It's the
Oh,
the
there
OBS
it is.
thing. All right, there we go. So we have 2 teams and 10 people playing, and all of them seem to be wanting to win. Again,
Oh,
we
there's
did
a lot.
get Diana predicts in chat, but let's have a look at the team comms. What do you think? Like for junglers, Maka currently being really strong, but Ornn, I don't see Ornn in jungle that often. What do you think of that,
No,
Ruben?
I haven't seen a Ornn in the jungle, but I mean, with the W start, I think the clear will be pretty fast. And with the new jungle changes in the preseason, I'm pretty confident that you can jungle with almost any champion. We've seen Mordekaiser be really strong in the preseason, and maybe Ornn is a pick that flew under the radar. I guess we'll find out in this game. We see a 5-point defensive start again. No team has gone for an invade in the cup yet, but yeah, it doesn't really matter apparently. Both junglers starting on their blue. That means the Maokai will want to path into the Akshan, and Ornn will try to look for a gank in maybe bot or mid later in the game.
Oh, and it seems like the team names are currently switched. Let me fix that. Done. Alright.
Perfect. Might I ask you to enable the objective cooldowns?
There we go.
Yes. Thank you very much.
No worries. 3 minutes till Dragon. And we have an opposite start for the junglers on starting top blue side and Maokai starting bot blue side. They will be
Yeah.
pathing
These
towards
Akshan.
different lanes. Akshan, a lot of damage on top. Quite unsurprising as Akshan is still a really strong 1v1 player. And probably granting himself first blood already. At minute 2.
Wait, is it possible that I'm ahead of you? Yeah.
Yes, I'm
at,
also
You,
ahead
you
of
might need to sync up a bit.
yes.
What minute are you?
I'm at
2:33 right now.
I'm
Okay.
250 right now, so
I'm
maybe if you
235 now.
I just check on my Discord stream and you can sync up.
Yes, this should have been better now. By the way, I just wanted to add, I do think that they might have switched Ornn out in, well, to be flexible because they saw the Fiora pick into Ornn. And as I said earlier, Ornn Fiora is not a fun matchup for the Ornn. What do you think that they might have put Ornn into the jungle to get the flex pick of Akshan onto the Fiora on top lane?
That would have been big brain stat. Because honestly, I would not want to be the Ornn into the Fiora. Once the Fiora came out, I would have set FF at 15 from that moment on. So I think it's a really smart adaptation from them in the draft. Hopefully this jungler has some experience on the Ornn to know what to do with it. Because, yeah, the pathing was pretty fast. Like, both junglers are already full cleared. And we're gonna see a gank in the top lane now.
I mean, Ornn has surprising a lot of damage, which many people underestimate.
It's quite surprising there. I expected Akshan to take down the Fiora one more time, but her W came out in a very well-timed matter, so they grant
That is
themselves a
great,
kill, but
yeah.
straightforward in mid.
Ornn's gank in the mid lane was more successful than Maokai's. They will trade scuttlers, but with the new preseason changes, they don't matter that much anymore.
Seems
Okay.
like Ornn is hovering around river. We do see Jinx is not as aggressive as before on bot lane, letting herself fall back, maybe planning for a bot gank as Sivir is already quite low.
And they don't have mana.
Oh, I guess not, because Jinx just shoves them back.
There's still room to
Yeah, not anymore.
be really aggressive.
Oh, they have smelt it, now they know.
And they did see the horn, so
Yes.
Maokai is in the area though, so if they keep playing aggressive and the Ornn does back, which he did just now, no, Maokai will just secure some vision in the river and back off.
This bot lane is playing it quite well with letting the minions shove to them, forcing Team Anna onto the open field, not letting them play safe.
Yeah, and Team Anna really wants to back now. With no mana, low health bars.
engage in top side. Anna looking to be in a bad position here. W won't save her from another Q. Forcing a flash. I mean, the Akshan can just engage onto the Fiora because the Fiora just keeps on pushing onto the Akshan, pushing the wave in, and he can just jump on her every time he wants. It's kind of like not the best strat at the moment to just walk onto her like that.
He did use his ignite, and we see Maokai pathing up top now to defend the turret. Because with that earlier trade, Fiora already had to use her TP, so this back will be putting her far behind in experience-wise.
Yeah, the Akshan is not losing much there. He can just back off now without losing the wave. We saw a little skirmish on bot lane as well, and there we could see the synergy between Lulu and Jinx a little bit better. She was able to make a pretty ballsy play there, getting the exhaust, without getting punished too hard. She had to force the heal afterwards, but it just Lulu enables to a little more aggressive playstyle on Jinx as well.
And that was a lot of damage.
It was especially great because his fellowship is out now, giving the opportunity for a gank. I don't think the E would have hit, but the flash is on the safe side. So
I guess there's a really nice view of the rune choice for this Ornn in the jungle. He went with Predator, and just now you could see clearly why that was his choice. So he could have the extra mobility when he goes
But
for
the
a gank.
Zyra great engage. Sivir doesn't have any mana sadly right now to follow up on that. But they are really low, so they can't finish the push in. Maybe we get a little freeze on bot side. Mid lane
was a
also,
great
and that's a
combo
guaranteed
combo.
kill.
That was a really well-timed stacking of CC in the mid lane.
And a great use of
Maokai,
the Maokai ulti as well.
Look at the wave again on top. Fiora slow pushing the wave. Akshan is freezing it, and now Fiora is just standing there. Like, that's really what you don't want to do as a melee top laner. Like, let the enemy take advantage of your short range.
yeah, she cannot do anything. Huh?
Yeah,
She
she's
can't
just...
walk up.
She's currently being trapped and has to ask Akshan for farm. And when he says no, she doesn't get farm.
Yes, absolutely. And Akshan, by forcing her into the open field, into the open lane there as well, she's very susceptible to any kind of gank as well. While Akshan himself is in a quite safe spot.
So what could you do in this situation to fix it?
Fiora,
as a
you would
Fiora?
probably have to try to get the enemy to push in the wave. Like, only last sitting at the very last moment. And whatever this is a bad idea. Hopefully she can dash over here. Good. The Fiora really wants to, like, farm around here. Around her own tower. Because Akshan can't jump on there. So she needs him to push. And with that major wave here, he can just freeze. Because she didn't manage to push it in. And by now she's probably dead, yeah. If he has another
Really
E,
nice,
she's gone.
parry.
Yeah, flash.
But
Like, that's
Not
not the
enough.
way to play top lane Fiora against Akshan.
I'd also say that if you have a stalemate like this, it is reasonable to request the help of your jungler to break it. Just by either shoving the lane in together, because the Akshan cannot exhume pressure on both of you, or to just set up a gank if possible. But it is a very, very hard situation for the Fiora to be in, and you look for it to be broken.
yeah, and while you were explaining what the top lane situation could look like, we saw Ornn in the bot lane. He went for a gank with his ult, while Zyra stepped up a little too far, and that resulted in a kill for the Jinx.
So far we
There's
do see blue team, which is called... give me the shot against CBS, yes. We do see CBS really taking advantage of Ana's mistakes. And they did get ahead by a lot, by 2k lead right now. And I do wonder if the Fiora comeback in late game will help them out enough, because Zyra getting trapped here one more time and finished off by Jinx ultimate gives them even more gold. Yeah, CBS's lead is just continuing to rising even more.
I also want to
to
call
grow in
attention to the minion gap on bot lane there. The Sivir has half the farm of the Jinx. This is quite worrying for the Sivir itself, because Sivir does need her items to snowball.
And here we see a dive. That was too easy.
Well,
Just
like,
Ornn ult. Easy peasy. But yeah, Sivir can never walk up. It's her short range with the mix of the fact that as soon as she walks up, she gets poked, and we do see a counter gank in the bot lane.
Why did Maokai go there though?
that is way too ballsy.
That is
Especially
way too
with-
much throw from the Maokai. He didn't even have vision on the part. Look at this. Like, the whole jungle down here was warded out. They even knew he was gonna come along. There was no reason for him to even go that far into lane.
Yeah, also disrespecting the Lulu overgrowth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the Snake's bot lane is a great example for the oppressiveness that is the Lulu support on a long range AC.
yeah.
Let's see.
I guess
here.
it was maybe
big
desperation
chance.
or just greed.
It looks like Akshan will take down the Fiora on the tower one more time.
Oh, not with that turret aggro.
No, and why didn't he just use his E on tower to finish off? That's like weird.
If you're
And she gets Yam!
Wow!
Jinx
That's
sniped the
nice.
Fiora over the whole map and
And
is now
with the
looking
kill,
for
her
more
passive?
blood on bot lane due to her passive. You're right. Getting 2 kills. One
Well
on top lane
played.
and on bot lane within 10 seconds. I mean, not a lot of people can do that.
No, that was really well played. Yeah, CBS is really showing their strength here.
The Jinx played also very well with the red buff, with the movement speed slow that it gave. Just catching up on the Sivir, quickly on the second kill.
Let's have a quick look at this here. Gold graph, show me what you got. We have 5k gold lead for blue team, for CBS at this time. And especially with the Jinx having so much, like 5k on her own, in difference to the NBA DC Sivir only having 3k.
Zyra steps up a bit too far. She immediately gets slowed by the Jinx W, and
you know, I do feel like Anna's team is. I mean, they do try it, but they don't play within their boundaries at this moment because the Zyra keeps stepping up way too far into the lane. Like they should stay at tower and like only go to what they can go and what they can fall back from, because the Zyra doesn't have any mobility, so if she gets like rooted, she's instantly dead.
They have no priority on top lane, no priority on mid lane, no priority on bot lane. It is a very difficult state to play with, but the best thing you can do is to give up objectives and try to play safe, not to give them even.
Oh, that's a
further
great ult
lead.
proc though. That's a great ult, and she gets a solo kill on
Wow.
top. I mean, that was like, what, 0.7 second ult prop on Fiora? That's quite difficult to achieve, and she did get a kill for that. Quite deserved, especially because the Akshan just stood still for some reason.
Absolutely, and you have to stress, the Fiora does not have a finished item yet, the Akshan does. This was a very nice, well played.
yeah, this does give some perspective on a win condition for Anna. If they can play through this,
my God.
Warden,
That's
amazing. That was disgusting. That was super well played. She buffered her ultimate and then flashed in range so that Lux had 0 time to react. That was...
I mean, Lux probably wouldn't have gone away even if she didn't flash, because Lux didn't have flash.
Yes.
Yeah, and we just see another massacre in bot lane river here because Market just doesn't know where to go. Sivir gets a lucky snipe though, and now CBS will be taking their second dragon of the match.
Yeah, it was just the Zyra did try to block the Ornn ult with her own ult, but yeah, it wasn't enough to save the Maokai, who was overextended in the river.
There might be still a chance though, if Fiora gets the side lane pressure down, but as we can see
So
here,
look at the damage Fiora does without her ultimate, it's just not enough. Akshan just, like, what was it, 1Q, 2 auto attacks, and half-life.
Yep. Akshan was quite hurt. The turret being down is good for the Fiora though.
Yeah, she gets more farm this way. But also at this time we see that red team has started to like gain more pressure again in bot lane, while the Ornn isn't around. Like, as long as Zyra doesn't keep running into like Jinx traps, they should be fine with coming back from farm alone in a bit.
Yeah, it looks like actually all Anna needs is for the laning phase to be over. They have a really good comp to sit back, let the enemy come into them, and
Oh yeah, you're right.
more.
Why didn't like Jinx move out of bot lane yet? It's like 16 minutes. She should have like switched with the mid or top at this moment, especially now that top lane tower fell and mid lane tower will be falling too. We get a gank on bot. Let's see here.
Meanwhile, they're
The
putting
flash.
Herald in the
Okay, Maokai flashes in. There will be a kill for Sivir on the line. Now Jinx does way too much damage one more time. On showing also up. His ultimate coming in. Akshan will be taking down Sivir, and all the other two as well, getting 2 kills for the Jinx one more time.
Great rotation on the part of CBS here.
And it was a good gank idea from the Maokai, but he just didn't have the vision one more time because, as you can see, there's so many wards here from blue team. But there's just a no from red team, and it does get reflected in their ward scores, being down almost 5 per lane.
It kind of looks like every time Anna tries to do something, CBS is there to punish. Either it's the Ornn that finds his way to the bot lane right on time, or it's a roam from Akshan or Seraphine. It's
Oh wait, what?
really
Where did
difficult.
Zyra come from? That she gets trapped like that again? I mean, Zyra... I don't know.
Yeah,
Robin,
she had
what do
no
you
business
think?
being there.
Yeah,
She
like,
had no business
no wards in
being
your
there.
own jungle, and her...
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
no.
not her jungle to be in.
Oh,
It-
damn! Did you see that E
No.
from W though? She still gets the kill because Akshan is way too fat, and I don't think Ana's jungler is gonna get away here again. Oh, damn. It was a
I
great
did not have the damage.
CC from Maokai, but they were just missing out on everything else.
The Fiora was just too low.
Oh
Nice.
no, Razel, what are you doing? Oh
As a behind
no.
support, it's very difficult to keep up the vision, especially if you do not move within your team. You have to be careful and coordinated if you are in such a state of the game.
Yeah, and again, that part of the jungle also doesn't belong to.
Like, all they
Ana
have
anymore.
left is the ring around their own base at this moment, plus their towers. They can't even enter their jungle anymore, unless they get actual vision down, but they just don't have the time, honestly, to get wards down, because CBS is just proclaiming way too much pressure on them, and yeah, they can't just ignore their own lanes, because they're gonna lose their turrets, and if they lose their turrets, they're gonna lose even more territory to blue team.
I'd
It must
normally
also.
say-
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, very.
Cool.
I'd normally say that with Fiora and Silver in their lines, they have, well, catched up.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, this is just a slog
Sorry,
at
guys.
this point.
Having a rough game.
But the problem is that Silver and Fiora are just a lot down on farm
Oh.
and killed. And then go to
Fiora
jungle.
engage goes weirdly wrong one more time. I did expect Fiora to do a lot of damage there, but she just went and won before getting perma-stun, and Alvature can't go anywhere because Jinx's range on her passive is just too insane.
This
Jinx
must
is
be
a
so
great normal
frustrating.
champion.
I mean,
Must be
being
so-
10-0, she just probably can do what she wants. Let's see her.
Yes.
She even carries another 700 gold with her at this moment. So, yeah, she would probably be able to go back and buy another part item. Great
everything
move from the
they
on as
try-
well. Blocking,
Everywhere they
yeah.
go,
And she even survives. Like, Anna currently has no damage that they can, like, put on CBS, because, like, what do they have? Gale Force. And
we're also looking at a 15
they have,
gold
like,
difference
they have
and
Gale Force, they have one Ludens, and they have one Demonic. That's, like, guys, that's not
If
gonna
CBS
work, especially against a Jinx.
Nope. If CBS does not take, or if CBS does not commit serious crimes in their strategy, this game is over.
Oh my god, Akshan, come on, man. Just to
it
get
must
in
have
range.
been-
Oh! But Razel shows up. She's gonna die, but she didn't even save the Sivir. Oh no!
Oh, that
Oh
is
no, Razel.
It was a great move of the support to try to block for the ADC.
everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you turn a corner and
You're dead.
as Ana, and yeah, you're walking into your own doom.
I do say Anna did make a lot of mistakes this game. At the beginning of the game, I did expect them to win in bot lane because of like the Sivir and like this the Sivir Zyra combo is really strong against like Lulu if you play it correctly. But they just let themselves get outplayed like half of the lane, and so they feel massively behind.
Yeah, I think we,
And three
we do
losing
see a
lanes.
really big difference in experience in League of Legends.
No
think,
vision on it. They don't even know Baron is being done right now.
But there's nothing they can do to stop.
And then look
this
at the
game.
melt of that thing. Baron is down. 3-minute time on the clock. Let's see what they do with it. Oh, it looks like they're just gonna push straight in. They don't even care anymore. Fiora is gone. And Razel doesn't even show up to the fight because she's dead. The Sivir is getting deleted from 300,000 unit ranges. And it looks like CBS is looking for a finishing push in this game.
Yeah, we have 2 people with an infinite KDA. Not even being touched.
Just
Jinx.
pushing this in. Let's zoom out a bit here. See what they do. Akshan going for the snipe. Hits the tower instead. And I doubt that Maokai will be able to defend this base from 5 fed players from CBS. Razel is getting deleted one more time. Drag has to move. Günther tries to do some damage here. Gets rooted. Gets shut down. Ooh, he does manage to escape to his tower last second. Jinx ultimate misses and the game will be ended with a 32-5 ratio from CBS.
Yeah, I think sadly we can't call it any different than a big stomp. We'll have to see what Anna comes up with in between the 2 games to maybe have better chances next game. It was really well played by CBS, and I'm excited for the next game.
Alright.
Too close to comfort.
CBS taking the first game for themselves. Let's add that here. Oh, well, that's bugged. Anyways, I will be fixing that in a better moment. Short break until the next game. We'll see you in a second.
we're getting into the next game. Okay, are we?
Welcome back.
Is chat ready for the next game?
After this little mishap. Okay, I do think that we can start, can't we? Oh no.
Okay, let's go.
Just start! We don't need a countdown. Okay, we are in pick and ban right now.
Just having fun for sure, even though they're getting stumped a bit.
I do predict the Jinx ban, by the way.
Yeah, Jinx ban.
We are having-
They won't be falling for the Ornn jungle anymore, I think.
We are having the Jinx and Team Anna on the right side again this time.
Yeah, they decided to go for a red side, although they did say they wanted red side, but then went blue side. It was a fun experience to get into the lobby, that's for sure. So no, they run back all the previous bans except for the action. They do not want to have anything to do with this action.
And they do not want to have anything to do with Yasuo and Braum, which I can understand because Yasuo is just annoying.
Yeah, and especially since one of the CBS members is literally called Yasuo. That's probably a one trigger.
I would ban Yasuo then as well, because you just have to smash buttons and it's good enough. Most of the time.
Unless you are the mid laner of... what was it? Earlier today?
This afternoon, yes. No, this... even... No, what is it called? Okay,
It wasn't Troglodytes, it was supportive, yeah. No flame, no flame. Just friendly banter.
I mean, I will not, like, you said that. I'm innocent. We do see a Warwick with Udyr on the other side and a Morgana. Morgana is always a good pick, I'd say. Regardless on which stage you're on. It's just, the problem is that you have to be able to play her and have to be able to assess a team fight correctly, because the damage she has, you have to hit it to count. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's also very... It seems very easy and straightforward, but it's really easily punishable. If you are a bit in the wrong position, as we saw the Zyra be often last game, you get punished so easily. And with a Warwick following you wherever you go, yeah, it's gonna be tough for her, and yeah, we'll see how she's gonna handle it. And now a Yone. I'm guessing this is a Yasuo playing Yone in the mid lane.
It's very interesting that they are picking Ahri and Yone simultaneously, because with this they are taking away the mystery on which lane the Yone will go. Because this will be absolutely an Ahri mid lane with Yone top lane.
Exactly, yeah. I didn't catch the Ahri top lane, the Ahri pick, but with both Yone and Akshan being played in the top lane, this suggests to me that this top laner, he's a Broken Blade fan. Broken Blade, his signature picks are both the Yone and the Akshan. So, for sure, he has seen some of those games.
This Seraphine seems to be a comfort pick for the mid laner. And I mean, she was very strong in the last game, securing a lot of kills with her ult. Ahri might have an easier time with her, even though Ahri does not have the range that Lux has.
So it's Seraphine is taken away by the last game she was playing
True.
in the
Oh, true.
on the blue side.
My mistake. They are
No
taking
problem.
the Seraphine mid lane away.
Not that they had to, since they already picked Ari. But then again, last game we also saw the flex pick of the Ornn in the jungle. So you never know with these guys.
Support.
Yeah, who knows? If you ask Spruppe, you can play Ari everywhere.
Karma, a very, very strong, flexible pick, and as well, just a very well-rounded support. So I like that, Ben.
So we're missing the entire bot lane of CBS, and I'm curious to know to see what they go for again this time. We
The
did
Jinx
not
has
see
not
the
been
Jinx.
banned,
Exactly my point.
but she wouldn't have, or she wouldn't be that good into the team comp they currently are having. They have a very heavily engage and disengage combo with Warwick, Ari, and Yone. So I'd like to see a mobile ADC.
Something like the
Tristana.
oof. Tristana can be really strong, but you have to play it. Oh, Kaisa, also a very good, more mobile pick. I love
And
playing
it's
Kaisa.
into their champions. Kai'Sa can handle aggression much better than many other ADCs.
Yeah, and what I like the most about playing Kaisa is the fact that it doesn't matter how behind you are. Like I had a lot of games where I'm 0-4 or something.
Samira was another pick I thought about, but it is interesting that they are going for it because it is kind of a risky one. It could go great, or it could just be their downfall because she gets behind and is not able to catch up.
Yeah, Samira is a champion that I always forget that's in the game
By the
because
way,
I ban her every game.
I'm super excited right now. Rel Samira is my absolute favorite stealth combo pick, so I'm excited to see this and I hope they win with it. It is very much underrated. The synergy between those two champions is extremely nice and super difficult to get because you don't see it that often. You don't see it often to be played, Rel and Samira.
Yeah, that's mainly because of the Rel not being played ever.
True.
I can't remember when Rel just came out. It was like Rel Samira was the most played ADC support combo. I even myself used it quite a lot, but they kind of just nerfed Rel into the ground back then, and since then like Rel rarely got played, and people didn't really use the combo so much. But lately it seems to be like coming back just a bit, and I guess it still works, but there's better support for Samira at this moment than Rel.
That is true. I'm very excited for the Rel rework because I'm an avid Rel fan and player, but she is just not that great with her E being, well, just not able to do anything while she's alone, and her main spells. Like, she's very anti-synergetic in her kit with her like boosted movement speed, but then being extremely slow on the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match. This time we see again an Ornn pick, but Ornn is gonna go in the top lane, I assume. Although I must say, I have played a fair bit of top lane this preseason, and I have come across some Udyrs. If you play Udyr in the top lane, it is so disruptive. You start with your Phoenix stance. The slow you get from it, the damage that it outputs, it can be really disruptive. So yeah, I hope this Udyr gets to roam around really well. Something that I did see last game that I was really excited about was the fact that both junglers got a lot of roams and ganks off. They rarely ever met each other, but whenever they went onto a gank, most of the time they found something, at least in the early game.
Are you sure this is an on jungle though? I do believe that is.
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna be an orange jungle, but I wanted to just have some therapy session about my experience playing against an Udyr in the top lane.
Very much understandable. There is a reason why I do not play top lane anymore. Well, another reason is that I'm just a horrible top laner. I don't know what it is about top lane, but put me top lane, I'm gonna int.
Oh, yeah, that's also a good reason, though. Yeah, not being good at top lane, you. Um, uh, the thing with top lane is there are many top lane champions that I really like to play, but there are
Okay,
many champions I don't like to play against in the top lane.
let's have a quick look at the champion runes that we're gonna see in this game. It
We
should.
already see them.
There we go. Alright, check the overlay.
Yes.
We do see Yon with Lethal Tempo and Udyr going in with Conqueror. Next up we have Warwick and with Lethal Tempo as well. I'm surprised about that. Don't we see Warwick with Conqueror a bit more than normally? Fluffy, what do you say? What's better? Warwick, Lethal Tempo or Conqueror?
I'd say in this match, the Conqueror would have been much better, just for the simple reason that the enemies that he wants to, like, they don't really have a way to get him off of them, like,
Mhm.
except for the Morgana and the Seraphine, and even that, those are hard CCs. It's not like he will be able to do anything about it. So I do think that the Conqueror would be much better that if he can stick to them, because if he's on top of them, he will stick to them. He does not need the extra range. And also, he does not need it like for ganks or anything else.
Yeah. We also
the Conqueror
have
would be much better for the skirmish.
we also have Ari with the Electrocute, Seraphine with Comet. Next up, Samira with the classical Conqueror and Kaisa with Lethal Tempo. Also something that has been rising up a bit lately. And I think we have lastly Darrell with Glacial Augment and Ornn with Grasp of the Undying going for the full set, and looks like we are ready to go in the game.
I think I would have liked to see the Morgana also rock the Glacial Augment. I think you get way more value out of Glacial Augment than you do out of Arcane Comet, in my
Especially
opinion.
against their lanes, because I do think that they are impressive enough with their range. The Glacial Augment would just be a good extra tool for the much... Oh, there was a small post there. For the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was interrupted, I'm very sorry.
No worries.
Game is starting. The teams are sprinting out, and we will see how this game is gonna go.
It's again a 5-point defensive start from both teams. Okay, I want to call
meant to
out.
say was for the burst, by the way.
Voilà, there we have it. No, I want. This is a call out to all future games that are played in the Sunday Cup. We want level 1 invades. We want fiestas. We want a bit more action from minute 1. Please, can we have some more?
What is this? I thought this
action.
was Sunday Cup, not Bronze Cup.
Ha! Lol. Anyways, both
Sorry.
teams seem to be playing very safe, especially Ana here on the red side again. After losing their first game, they really need to look into winning the second game to have any chance of winning this best of 3 and getting the first point in this splits. Yeah, what's it called?
Series.
Already,
Yeah.
immediately an engage on the bot lane to get the flash and the exhaust.
I think you're a bit of desync again.
Am I too soon or too
Yeah, like
too late?
above 10 seconds. Let's check the Discord again. We do get the flash, just like you said, and the exhaust. Bit of a spoiler, Andy, there. Let's see. Yeah, good engage though. The little
No,
time
I'm
waiting in the
not
bush.
front, I just have an eye for the future.
Yeah.
I saw that coming. I knew that was
Must
gonna
be.
gonna happen.
Top lane a bit of fighting again. We do see the same thing as last game. Junglers starting on the opposite sides of the map. Oh, that's why it got bugged on my part. They didn't sort themselves. There we go. Now it should be correct. Both junglers starting on opposite sides, and the game didn't show. But Ornn was finished off by Yon's Ignite.
Oh, in the bot lane.
Oh!
There's
Yasuo! No! Oh, we do get to trade! That's crazy, actually, because I didn't see that auto attack coming through from Samira. But they do get themselves traded on. Looks like he wants a bit of revenge on top as well. Yon still going aggressive here. I mean, the top laner seems to be having a bit of oh, they did seem to switch some of their players around, didn't they? Gunter didn't play top lane last game.
That could be the case.
Ana seems to have swapped some players. Did they mention that, Robert?
I have to take a look.
I don't think they said anything about it. Maybe in the lobby chat.
No, I was in the lobby chat. There was
Okay.
nothing about it.
I mean,
Maybe in the team captain chat.
yeah, you would
Or the
normally
checklist.
announce players going to different lanes.
That is just being a good sport, guys.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Anyways, they did seem to have, what is it, top and mid? Might be.
Oh,
We
there
do
comes the great
call of
Udyr
first gank here. Overture getting off a bit of damage. Lipsy gets stunned after a charm. Will they get the kill here? Lipsy is taken down, but Ornn, no,
She
the
even
Udyr
flashes away.
has to
And I
flash,
just want to
like
say, I do
Seraphine.
think that the Warwick would have gotten the kill if he had Conqueror.
Might have been.
That bit of extra damage there.
I
could have
think
been
it was
helpful.
also a bit of misclicking on his part. Auto attack cancelling. If he didn't do that, he probably would have been able to get a kill. Oh, well, it looks like Jagubuto didn't reset. Insanity doesn't have flash. Does have to reset. But it was a well worth fight
Nice.
there. For Anna, they did have to reset, but the kill for the Udyr will bring them a bit more pressure.
What timing are you on right now?
Check
I'm at
Discord stream, man. It's live.
47. Yeah.
48,
it's weird.
49, 50.
Okay. I'll just do it like this. Perfect.
I
I
Anyway,
did it over Discord too. I believe in you. You can do it.
I did it. I think so. What I'm
Oh,
noticing
that's a good
right away.
route. Samira engaging bot lane. Hackman doesn't seem so good. Gets shut down. Yasu gets a miss of another kill. 2 to 1.
That was actually a very great escape because that support could have been in a very rough spot if they followed onto that Morgana Q. For Yasuo to go just aggressive there, he forced back their lane and even secured the kill and saved the support.
That was a great binding and sidestep from the Morgana.
Orange is
Yeah,
getting
before
kind
we
of
got
beat up.
we saw the kill in the bot lane. I was actually gonna say that I feel like we're seeing a way better play style from Anna than last game. It feels like they're way more confident than they were last game.
That's a strong pull. Yeah, but they do get themselves engaged on a lot like this, as you can see in top lane. Ornn just isn't as strong as he should be by now, because he fell behind, obviously because it's a young player. But he could have been a bit more careful. He's down 2 kills now, and it doesn't bode well for top.
I can imagine that Team CBS chose a bit more aggressive playstyle after they saw that Ana does struggle a bit with well, communication and playing together as a team. So choosing even more aggressive champions is actually a very good choice there, just to capitalize on that weakness of Ana's.
I can understand that there's a bit of a communication difference since they have to speak in the German. I wouldn't be able to communicate well either.
What the heck and heck? They are Germans. I think it's
I think
easier for them to
Germans-
talk in German than in English.
I think Germans talking German can communicate, so I doubt
Yeah.
that's the main problem.
That is a very weird assessment of yours.
On first rank seems to be attacked by Wolf. And as far as I know, yeah, Arnold has no knowledge of dragon being currently done.
That is a very sneaky dragon. I like me a
Especially
sneaky
fire
dragon.
dragon, 6% damage for free. Who wouldn't take that?
Even greater on their aggressive picks.
Yeah, Udyr is just pathing away, no vision being placed down, no try to even get into get some information out. They will try to stop this Warwick though.
Close
Nice
Q
side
there. Again,
This
as you can
finding
see on the goal
Anna.
graph here, Anna did take actually like a few hundred gold lead at the beginning of the game, but they did fall behind a lot now. Currently being down on average 1800 gold.
And we
And
can see that even though the Ahri did lose a life, every time we see mid lane, we see the Ahri pressuring the Seraphine in a pretty strong way. This could be another 3 lane loss if this continues.
yeah, I do
see
expect
in-
Kai'Sa to beat up this Samira a bit in a few minutes. But the main problem I have with the Kai'Sa Morgana combo right now on bot is that they don't wait for the other two to use their abilities. See, like
Yes.
the Morgana gets engaged, she does block the ability, but she still takes the damage. Kai'Sa really wants to wait for Samira to have used her W already to engage then. But they go in, they use all of their abilities, and then they get countered. You see right there, they have to flash out and everything because they don't have anything ready. Now, instead of flashing away, the Morgana could have used the ultimate and flashed in, and then focused on the Samira together with the Kai'Sa. You saw that Samira countered, and now she has the ability to do damage, but she like backs up way too much every time, so she can't like counter.
That
Yeah,
is
and they're
one of my
Oh, that's-
favorite things.
That hurts.
Oh, yeah.
She dodged the charm, but still died, and Udyr can't follow up on it because
That
Ahri
is
is
the
too
greatness
fast.
of Ahri. You don't have to hit shit and still deal damage.
Hey,
I love that champion.
same with Yasuo.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
Ornn,
can
Ornn,
actually-
Ornn, what are you doing? That's the same play you did earlier, Ornn. Why would you fall for that again? And Razor
We also
taken down
see
with a flashy
on
Q.
going for a Warden's mail. This is something that I find really curious. I'm not so sure if that's a good pickup for a first item. I do understand that you want to defend yourself against the Yone, but I would have gone for a Thorn mail instead.
There is, that is a good pickup because there's something that many casual league players do not know about. Yone, especially in the early game, deals a lot of magic damage. His passive is that his second hit deals magic damage. And this is substantial, especially in the early game. So going for one's mail, he only blocking every second auto attack.
Okay, well, yeah, just like last game, we are seeing that all 3 lanes are losing. We haven't seen the Udyr do much either.
Yeah, he's like a bit too behind. Like he has the same stats as Warwick, he even has a kill, but he still is carrying 1500 gold with him. And just like that, Razel and like his whole jungle, because he just doesn't use his abilities or even his gold. I mean, you don't carry 1500 gold with you at like minute 10 without using it. And he just keeps clearing his jungle over here. Like if he would reset, he'd probably almost finish his first item. But I just don't know what
And the
he...
main priority right now should be to claim those bounties. Because we saw what it dragged out into last game. You want this extra gold to let your lane get back into the game. Look at this 3-level.
Oh, Razel, it's not the same thing. Why is Razel stepping up so much? Like, every time he goes that far, he gets stunned, CC, then killed. Okay, top lane is hurting to watch. Gunter does do some damage though, and we get the step here from Seraphine. The charm isn't enough though to pull Yon under the tower. Oh, he just dives here because... And now Warwick will take down the Seraphine if he like ever does. A bit of BS. And then he leaves. Oh, Sparrow! That could be a first kill for Kai'Sa, and it is. Samira also diving. She will be getting away after all because she gets saved by her item.
Her shield bow proc saved her from that last Tyrant shot because they were diving for quite some time.
This Yone is gonna spiral out of control. Just like last game, Yone is an extreme strong snowballing champion. So I don't know if we can see a change in pace, especially because Yone with his with his E, if he plays it correctly, he's a pretty safe champion.
You know, Anna has like two ways that I can think of right now they could play this. Either like full tank Ornn, full tank or like major bruiser for the Udyr, and then just put all your damage into the Kai'Sa and
See
Seraphine.
Morgana getting caught out again.
This
And
could be a chance for the Woody from
oh,
behind.
well,
Samira,
Kai'Sa
it's
isn't
not
even
far
doing that
away.
much damage. Oh, yo, looks like the kill will come out. Is it for Kai'Sa? Yes, is it for Kai'Sa? Yasuo off the stunt now. Anna
will
still
be a
going, but the
triple kill for
Samira ult
Samira.
has to be cancelled or Razor, and Kai'Sa get destroyed by it. Yeah, they would have had to cancel that Samira ult, and she now got herself a triple kill, completely turning the fight around. That was, like, a good start, but a bad ending for Anna's team.
And again, it's the Morgana getting caught out. I think the positioning of Morgana is baited her whole team into a fight against way too fat Samira, who could easily stack up her passive.
Yeah, she
They
needs...
used their skills on the rel, and they needed is to fall.
Like, look, Morgana's just going in here. She, like, what? Morgana needs to, like, really pay more attention to where she can go and the range of the enemy's abilities. Because, like, if Yon can just ult her and one-shot her, that's, like, not the way it's supposed to go. And Hartman as well. Man, what? Yes, even has a flash here, ult. Yon can just do it because he wants to. Gets another kill in mid. And I doubt that the Kai'Sa will be going for long as well if she stands around like that.
There's also on building a second armor item, just solidifying what I said earlier. He's not really
Three
blocking
people
all of them.
here. That looks good though as well. The stun coming out. Oh, Hackman isn't doing the damage. Samira is also almost on her ult again. Gets herself another 2 kills. And looks like Razel will be dove by 3 people, giving another kill to Yasuo. That's another triple kill. Let's
Very
Sparrow
well
going down.
played on CBS parts here. They really catched up the weaknesses of the team of Anna and just played into it.
Yes,
I also
they
wanted
do
to
seem...
highlight a very small thing that they show, by which they showcased. They actually do have a lot of like small intricate knowledges about the game. For example, they were gonna dive the Morgana in the turret. Warwick goes underneath the turret just to stand there, catch the turret, and then just out of reach. It's a small thing, but it shows that they do know what they're doing.
Yeah, still. Also, oh, Samir seems to be caught here. And if Günther plays this right, they will get the kill, but Yasuo has his ult. And no one went down so far. Hackman does fall though. Günther does look bad, gets the kill as well. Yo! The Warwick dies, squad with triple kill. And now they will leave again.
That was quite sad. They actually played it pretty well, just running out of the Samira ult, splitting up. But the problem is that the Warwick was there to follow it up.
Yeah, they also like constantly let the Samira stack her ult counter, like a passive there. And that will always like give them a lot of damage deficit. But you can't like only like trash on Ana here. The engage they had earlier here in the little thing where they would jumped over the wall and stuff was pretty good. It's just whenever they get to those stages of the game, like in the last 2 games we had now, they were way too far behind to play those plays. And if they were like on even footing with the enemy, those plays would have worked. It's just that they, like now, they just can't. And as soon as Yasuo gets his ult, it's just like auto GG for that fight. If he can jump in.
A lot of great Morgana catches as well. The problem is just that they have no follow up with that 17k gold difference.
And if we have a look here at the player gold differences, like, yeah, they're still showing Jinx for some reason, but just replace that with the Samira icon. Yes, has like 11k gold in difference to the Kai'Sa with 5, so yeah, that kind of hurts the damage ratios.
This might actually stem from the fact that maybe Anna isn't used to playing against players from a higher caliber. What often happens when you are in a certain elo is that you keep on playing against players that are in your elo, which means that you can't grow. You can learn from the mistakes you make because the enemy isn't good at punishing them. And here we can indeed see how good Team CBS is at punishing those mistakes. And it will be a great learning experience. I'm really looking forward to see how Anna can
Oh,
grow.
Yon dive? Hackman almost vanishes. Also here, like, quick check here. Look at the XP though. Oh, that's bugged. Anyways, let's not show that again. No, what I was going to point out is that even though like they're doing quite well here, you see that they do hit their abilities and the damage is coming out, and like even though Seraphine, Morgana, Ornn and Dior, if Udyr died there, the plays they do are good, but they need to get to those stages of the game earlier, because being like 3 to 5 levels behind, even if you perfectly execute your play, I doubt that it's gonna work out.
Especially on all 3 lanes, sadly. I also do think that this game in particular
Oh,
is
Ellipsy, kinda trolling there.
great pick up there, yes.
Oh,
But
2
it is
kills.
too late.
Yeah, sadly, that is true. But what you do notice right now, those 2 deaths denied them from ending the game just now, even though they are ahead, 20
That's
plus
true.
kills. Yeah.
That is very much disrespectful on their part.
Oh, Raisel, the damage. Yasuo assault. Gunther. Nope. Dude, everything
But
gets
as we
taunted
can see
again.
here, they played it much better this time, backing off, playing around with the range, not letting Samira dash into them with their
Yeah.
stacked passive.
Like, as long as you, like, respect the enemy ability ranges and just don't walk into them for no reason, you should also, like, take way less damage. Yeah. Oh,
Which I can, a big part in this, well, in this game, I'd say, is that CBS just very much analyzed Anna's playstyle and how they can play with them or extrusiate their weak points, and they did it fantastically. So there's no blame here for Anna. This tournament is to learn together and rise together.
Also, what you can do is, like, what CBS probably did is, like, okay, they went like, okay, top laner, they play pretty decent in lane, but they never, like, roam. Because what I noticed, like, their top laner, they only stayed on top the whole game.
Not really any other choice.
Oh, well, to be honest, he
Oh.
could have played. What? Hackman, no!
No, he would have died to the
Yeah,
Ignite. It
but
was his turn to try to
jumping
survive.
right next to the enemy probably isn't the best idea. Yasuo, oh, maybe the stun coming out. Do they have another stun to counter his ult? No, they don't. Look at the damage it does. And with those differences, I doubt. Oh, okay. I
They are
doubt
playing
that's
3v5
much.
right now.
Yeah, and they are too low to go and save the turret. Maybe Rasil, a bit of damage here. Root coming down. But I doubt they'll be able to defend this from now on. The minions are falling, the champions are falling,
Just
and the
hope
towers as
that,
well.
at least they had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
All of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh wow! Oh, maybe a pentakill
That's
here, quadruple. No, it's a double. The
But we
damage
can
was
see
coming
here
out.
the power of a snowballing Samira.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Ending the game with
Good
36 to 9.
And look at that. Look
And-
at all the GGs, the well plays, the hearts.
We
Oh.
love seeing that. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for being a great sports.
Anna is a really nice team. Also friendly.
We love you.
Yes. And not because you just said it in the chat. Anyway, we will try to see if we can get someone of CBS to come and join us on the stream for a post-game interview.
Oh, instant feedback. I do like that.
Where?
What?
Oh, you reported someone?
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
No, like, going back on it, what I noticed as well, like, just like I said before, like CBS, like they play very methodical. Like they went like, okay, they do this, we do this. They make this mistake, we just profit off that. And I think like Anna played for this style of, we have this one game plan and we're gonna follow that. You know what I mean, Prof?
It might be, or it's just that I think it was also just a bit unexpected how their enemies would play this. It was just that CBS had very great follow-ups on anything they do. We saw that at the nice Maokai game in the first round. The very nice Maokai gang on the bot lane, where just the whole team of CBS rotated down. This is something that is kind of unexpected when you play the game very casually, because the players do not have that great of an awareness around the map. So I might believe that this is a bit of a surprise for them, or it was a surprise for them.
Yeah. Okay. We do have Lipsy Cat coming in for a post-game interview as captain of the CBS team. Hello, Lipsy Cat.
Well,
How was it playing your first game in the Sunday Cup?
it was fun. I'm like, it's how do I say this? I was kind of stressed actually. Like going into it because having to perform, of course. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't think we'd lose, but I was scared that I would like choke or something. But in the end, didn't really end up mattering. I think.
Who would you say carried your team? Who the most like? Who would you say is the MVP of your team?
I would say it was probably our AD carry. He is kind of what our team is named after, but the meaning has changed, so it's no longer carried by stealth, but
Okay.
that's stealth. Yeah.
At one point in the first game, you were playing Samira, the Seraphine, sorry,
Yeah.
and you had an amazing ult engage. Like, is that knowledge of the champion, or
Do you
did you
mean
practice that a lot?
mid lane or
Yeah, in the mid lane.
when I
Like,
killed Lux?
yeah, with the flash ult.
Oh, I knew she didn't have ult, and I was pretty sure that if you ult flash, it follows. Uh, I've never done that before, but I thought might as well try. And I knew she didn't have flash, so once I hit her, and she was pretty low as well. So once she was low, I knew I could like try to make a play. I do find it interesting that they decided to take our comp in the second game. They took Ornn and Samira.
Yeah.
They put it in all chat even. They said we're trying to learn from the masters.
Is there something you wanted to say against to your opposing team?
I mean, our game was over pretty quick, so I don't have that much to say about because we didn't really get to late game, so there wasn't really much team fighting or anything. I will say their jungler did well ganking top lane, for example, in the first game, because we know our top laner overextends a lot. And I even said to him, Sean, watch out. Well, no, so I told him, don't watch out yet. He's starting blue side. And then he got ganked. Or red side, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he got ganked anyway. So their top laner and jungler weren't too bad. I think the second game was like a bit unfortunate with the Yone into the Ornn matchup.
Yeah, it was a rough. Also, Samira is a permaban for me. Yeah? Like I would never let you play that.
Yeah, we were actually debating between Samira and a different combo. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but yeah, it involves Ivern and a champion that can jump from bushes.
Oh my
And we were
Oh,
deciding
no.
which one would be funnier, but then we were like, I think Rengar Ivern would be a bit too BM, so we decided to just go for Samira.
Yeah.
And I mean, they kind of choked it early, but they won later. And by
Yeah.
later, I mean like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, it was close in the early game. Like a few kills could have gone either way, and then
Yeah.
maybe we could have had an entirely different game. Well,
Well,
anyway,
yeah, you had a pretty we had a scaling comp in game one. They had a really aggressive team, but they did not play aggressive at all, which
Mm.
was kind of weird. Especially the mid laner played really passive, and the Zyra in game one as well played really passive.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something I would tell them to work on maybe.
Okay. Well, Thank you for your time. I hope you have fun, had fun, and yeah, good luck with the rest of your games next week. When are you playing next week? You told me no.
We're playing on Sunday at 20, like at 8 again against I think Team Placeholder actually.
Ooh, mas
So that'll be interesting.
What?
you're gonna be playing against CBS next week.
Well, then it
Apparently.
is time to avenge my fellow German people, isn't it?
There we go.
Team Belgium versus Team Germany, I guess.
No. I'm the
Six.
only German.
Oh.
The stakes have
Well,
been
we have
set.
three. We have 3 Belgians.
With that, we will close our session for today. Tomorrow at 6:30, we will be streaming the games of Aurora versus PEG, Premium Esports Gaming. And yeah, hopefully we see you then. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.